everybody, and welcome to the last series of the intermediate division of UGC League Season 17. We got Sleepy Esports versus Chicago Deepdish, two very fantastic teams, and these guys have a lot to prove tonight. Now, Sleepy Esports, arguably the tougher team going into this, but not to count Chicago Deepdish out, they have had a roll of a season in Guthix. Which one of these two teams do you think is going to come out on top?
I mean, I think this one's definitely going to go the distance here. Like, we got an exciting match here to end it off in the intermediate here for the grand finals. First place and second place. These two teams have played before Lightning in the regular season, and let me tell you, that one went the distance all the way to Game 5. Sleepy Esports, though, undefeated coming in here. Of course, we're the victors 3-2, but Deepdish, they can put up a fight.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what these guys can bring onto the field of Lijiang Tower here, as they're already moving towards that point. They are rushing together to meet up in that top corner by the top area above the point. All these guys are already starting to throw punches. You got Schizo going down by Lovesick. The Tracer coming in big. As there goes Womp. They lost both supports for Chicago Deepdish. And it looks like the point will fall to Sleepy Esports.
Needle opening up with the double environmental kill, get both supports there. Gonna be a really nice ultimate difference there. Now, they're playing the zombie comp with the Tracer variant for Sleepy Esports. You're gonna be able to find a little bit more pressure on the back line. You're able to find a little more targets. But Moro FPS actually bringing out the Reaper now. You're gonna focus down those tanks a lot quicker.
Yeah, and we saw just that with Mr. Trippy Cow being taken out of the play. Now he might be able to get back to the fight here. The Lucio sound barrier will come out for Sleepy Esports as I don't know what just happened to the connection there. All right, we're back. A lot of host lobby lag, but looks like Sleepy Esports turned that point into time.
Yeah, and we already seen Lovesick actually get a lot of value on this Tracer. You're able to pressure down the supports a lot more. Now you got the EMP from Thunder, able to get that online first. See if they're going to engage it here. And it's a big one. It actually hits all 5, taking out Orb. No coalesces online there, Lightning. And there they come. Deepdish taking a slice, and they're taking all the point.
They just have to get through Trippy, and they will do so. So now this point will flip unless Penguin can hold on for long enough. But it will indeed flip, and Sleepy Esports will have to go ahead and regroup.
I mean, they got the bigger percent early, the earlier lead, because they committed the B from Needle. But Brent now has that B for the counter EMP. Just have to find opportunity for it.
Well, here they come. There goes the Death Blossom from Warren. He will take out Lovesick. All right, Mr. Trippy will go ahead and get the Primal Rage off as well, taking out Womp on that Moira. There goes Moron off the side. That's a huge loss for Deepdish. You're going to lose a lot of damage potential as Sleepy Esports threatening to reflip this point back. The Diva Bomb coming out. Won't go ahead and get... Oh, he does get Needle. Wasn't expecting to go ahead and get anyone with that, but Sleepy Esports still flipping the point.
Well, they just committed that EMP. Penguin said, "Where are you, Brent? I'm going to EMP you solely and just take them out." Then you get those 3 picks easily, and then you are able to just flip this point. The stall is coming in, though. Dimitri going to get out of mech. They're going to actually match the 67% nearly. You actually get the kill into Orb here. You're going to be able to hold this out for a little bit longer, Lightning. A lot longer here. And the stalls coming in are perfectly executed from Chicago Deepdish. They're going to be looking for a little bit more. But no, they get pooped out. And a nice stall here coming out from them.
Yeah, that was quite entertaining to go ahead and watch. Wasn't sure when they were going to let up there, but Sleepy finally goes ahead and pulls that point back as they go ahead and start trying to aggress here. There goes the EMP. They're gonna go ahead and start pushing point here as they did get 3 players with that. Don't get anybody with kills though. Coalescence coming out from Orb. We'll go ahead and clear the point out as here comes the Primal 8 from Schizo. Thunder and Moron both dropping along with Brent. The Angry Ape not able to go ahead and get anybody, but he is on point, stalling that overtime. He is knocked out.
Knocked out, and that should be all. It's a row for Chicago Deepdish here on first round of Xiuna Tower. We've been really seeing a difference here, Lightning, for Orb on the Coalescence timing compared to Wampdom. They started out uneven, so you never really saw that double Coalescence engagement, and it was Orb that had it before Wampdom right there at the end when they needed it most, and you just didn't have that to really push in there. I mean, really, it's been a support difference. Orb and Needle have been getting a lot more value here on Xiuna Tower. Now we're going to up in the tower here, which is going to be a completely different game, and this is why, like, I love Xiuna Tower, because every single mini map in the entire map series is just so different. Every single one is different.
No, Lijiang has a lot to offer in terms of map space. I mean, the first outside area is definitely a little bit more open. It allows for a little bit different comp play, but we are seeing semi-brawl from the double shield from Sleepy and the brawl comp from Deepdish, so this could definitely be an interesting one. Deepdish does seem to have the upper hand, though. They are forcing them back out of the room, back to their spawn points. So Deepdish seems to maybe have a better grasp on this one, as there goes a beautiful kill on Trippy Cow. Thunder popping off early.
Now, it's a near mirror composition here, Lightning, but the big difference is Dimitri on the D.Va. That defense matrix, it's going to apply so much relief on Sam on the Reinhardt, because you're able to negate so much of that grenade spam from Tango on the Junkrat. You see in the ultimate difference, Moron FPS already has the tire, and I'm saying this already, the team fight's over, and Chicago Deepdish is really coming on top here in this rush brawl composition.
The Deepdish has definitely been playing a little bit better. They have the hammer down and they have the rip tire, so this could come out pretty big. Sleepy's gonna opt to go through the top of the point and try to loop down into A. Here comes the hammer down and the rip tire. Rip tire in, doesn't get anybody. And that is some wasted value on both ults, as they do have the photon barrier, which does come out. Flam from Trippy Cow is up. Not sure if he's gonna go ahead and use it or save it here and wait for the rip tire and the other ult from the Sigma, but it seems like they're still holding their ground here on point. Deepdish doing a good job, as Needle, the only one left on point, will be taken off, and the pressure will finally reset as Deepdish holds strong.
Well, Needle committed that beat because they felt like they needed to win it, and they definitely did. But Dimitri coming in with that D.Va bomb bought enough time for the supports and the rest of the team to get back on the field, onto the point, and you get the 2 kills. Now they're pushing it with the tire. Here's the beat countering back, and Moron FPS actually gonna get 2. And they're gonna actually nearly 100% to 0 this. I don't think anyone can touch your Lightning.
It's definitely not going to be possible. They will go ahead and 100% here. And I think the main thing there was just the aggression at the start. It caught Salty Esports off of the point very early, and it caught them off guard. That D.Va, another huge factor there. As was pointed out earlier, they were able to eat up a lot of that grenade damage that would have been damaging the barriers and making a lot harder for Schizo to even be up on the field. So props to Dimitri on the D.Va there, and Thunder doing a good job on the Symmetra to back up the D.Va wherever they were going. So a very good comp from Deepdish so far.
Yeah, I mean, without the D.Va on the side of Sleepy Esports, Mr. Trippy Cow just had too much pressure on the shield. They couldn't walk in, and it couldn't take space. Now Mage is on the Diva. Now it's going to be all-out brawl right on the point.
And it looks like Deepdish was a little bit faster to pull the trigger on that Symmetra teleport, so they will go ahead and have control of the inner room here, as Sleepy is going to try to have to fight into the building. Penguin will take out Thunder, which is a big pick here. Hammer down already up on that. What? Since when? But okay, Skizzo. He will be taken out of the play there and will not be able to go ahead and help his team as the fight prolongs on the field. Looks like more on FPS, maybe trying to fight back the two tanks that are on the point by himself. Thunder does come back. Team fight maybe switching into the favor of Deepdish here, as finally Mage is the last opponent along with Needle, and Mage will be popped off. Needle only there, and it finally looks like Deepdish will go ahead and secure point if they get Trippy off.
Oh, they finally get the point, and you saw Sleepy Esports trying to get back just in time with that teleport, get the Reinhardt back. Mr. Trippy Cow on the point. Just a second too late, the point went unlocked. I gotta say, that's gotta be record time a shatter. I wasn't even expecting a shatter that early. And Sam is already closer to another one, 40%. The point wasn't even unlocked. Now you're walking into that car wash, and you got the big shields all over the point. Penguin gets that one punch, the Diva Bomb in an awkward position, and the ultimates are being used, but Sleepy Esports currently out on top first.
They are doing a good job though so far. The last one up is Dimitri, and he'll be sent back to the spawn point. A little bit staggered from the rest of his team, though. They still have Brent on the point. Not for long, though. Penguin will go ahead and try to clean up the point, but the rest of Deepdish is following quick in tow to come right back onto the point. Another hammer down from Skizzo will go ahead and be a little bit effective there. Doesn't really catch anybody, but does help clear out that point just a little bit faster, and Deepdish will hold on.
I say, if you're looking at the kill feed, Lightning, you see one team member of Sleepy Esports fall, and then right after that, Chicago Deepdish loses one. It's back and forth, and it really is coming down to who can get back to the point faster, who has the quicker spawns, who can get in the better position to be ready to fight again. Now it's last team fight scenario. You gotta make something happen. They're looking for the shatter, but it actually gets canceled out. Mr. Trippy Cow gone and wasted. As Dimitri picks up the tanks of Sam and Dimitri really shine here. And it is another 100% to 0. And I gotta say, this Deepdish team, completely different after the first round on Gardens.
Yeah, no, they're definitely looking a lot better coming into the last of Lijiang Tower. They were able to go ahead and turn everything into their favor. I mean, it is not an easy feat by any amount to go ahead and fully 100% 2 different maps against Sleepy Esports. I mean, they are undefeated for a reason. And it looks like maybe Chicago Deepdish definitely has a chance here to go ahead and have a shot at dethroning that undefeated status and taking quite the win for the grand finals. But they still have quite a few maps left to go, and you know, it could be anyone's game left up to decide.
It definitely is. I mean, even the first round, we saw Sleepy Esports definitely come out on top. But the last 2 maps, I gotta say, Chicago Deepdish, very convincing on the rush. We did just get word that this is kind of a cool little fact, Lightning. We got a word from our producer that a local Chicago Deepdish pizza place, which is verified on Twitter, has that blue little check mark and verified, has followed Chicago Deepdish, the team, on Twitter. So we'll get that. Hold on, we're trying to get the specific name. of that Chicago deep dish pizza, but like that's kind of cool. You have an actual Chicago deep dish pizza restaurant supporting your team here in the intermediate finals for UGC season 17. It's so cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, that is honestly a very interesting fact that I didn't know before this we came into this. So that's actually really, really cool that they are sponsored by, or not sponsored, followed by a legitimate restaurant, Marinati.
Yes, Lou Marinati's Pizza just followed, we think. So someone must have been tuning into our stream here, Lightning, or someone told something. Maybe the manager reached out to them or tweeted them out, and man, that's just so cool. That's so cool.
Well, pizza is the food of champions, so definitely can't go wrong on that front. As we're gonna go ahead onto the next map here. And, you know, this could really be a game changer if Chicago Deep Dish is able to go ahead and keep this momentum up.
Yeah, it really could be a game changer here. Now we're going to the Dorado. Gonna be our S-score map. I gotta say, our maps tonight are stacked. I'm excited for every single one, no matter how far we go. But on Dorado, you can't really play that rush brawl composition that we saw Chicago Deep Dish was super comfortable on. You're gonna have to play either a double shield on defense or, as we are seeing, a double bubble composition. But Brent playing the Ana and Moran FES playing the Genji, they're going for that Nano Blade combo, and Lightning, it could be deadly here.
It definitely could be, but they're gonna go ahead and Symmetra teleport up to that top area, possibly trying to look for some early picks up there, but they will trade Orb for Moron, so looks like they're starting off a little back and forth as we already look at this map. Now Moran's gonna have a little bit of easier time getting back as he is closer to spawn. Thunder on the Tracer, getting low, but will teleport out there. Schizo, a little bit low, needs to be healed up. So is Trippy, as they are missing one of their key supports there in that Ana. She will get back to the fight just about now, as they are just now brawling out onto this stairwell. And the Zaryas both firing off that energy cannon laser down on top of each other. Trippy maybe looking for a flank here from the side, but decides to go back to the top as he is concerned about where that cart is. The dive from Trippy comes out on top of the players, does get purpled, will not be taken out though. Lovesick will be taken out by Thunder though, as they lose both Mage and Lovesick. However, it looks like Chicago Deep Dish has sustained some fatalities of their own, still holding out strong on that cart, trying their best to stave off this sleepy esports team before they're able to go ahead and recollect.
Well, that was just such a long out fight, but Trippy was able to get more instant value taking out those supports on the backline. Chicago Deep Dish. Sam wasn't able to hit either of the supports. They were rotating around. The Brig was there perfectly keeping Orb alive on the Ana, and you take Sam out before they get the Primal Rage. That's a win in my book. Now you're able to regroup and position yourself better.
Here comes a Pulse Bomb, but it won't get any use. Angry Monkey out from Schizo. Thunder still holding on to his Pulse Bomb. Might get some use out of it here, as here comes Trippy with the Angry Monkey now. As the Primal Rage popping out from both sides. Rally coming from Womp Domp, trying to get back onto this cart with his team. Will be able to go ahead and make it. Trippy running out of Primal Rage, will be pushed back off the cart. Mage taken out. Will not be able to go ahead and support the team, and there goes Trippy. Gets a mace to the face, and he will not be helping his team any further defending this cart. As now it looks like Chicago Deep Dish will indeed make that first point if they're able to go ahead and clear out the last few remaining stragglers from Sleepy Esports.
Gonna clean it up here probably. It's just the tanks. And yeah, all the kill feed's gonna be right there. I mean, Trippy gets that one, but it's not gonna be enough. I was gonna say, if Sleepy Esports came back and won that, I was gonna say Penguin made a huge heads-up play. Realized they both supports were gone. He copied the Ana of Bren. to give some extra healing to the team, wait for Needle to get back on Lucio. Really smart play, especially if you're an Echo player. You have to be aware of who you actually should copy in the scenarios. So great stuff from them, but now you're in a great position. Chicago Deepdish up on the high ground, taking some space, but Penguins trying to get right back into 2, and the grab! Oh, they just committed that big graviton there.
And Thunder will go ahead and have to dip out of there, not wanting to go ahead and get staggered killed, so that way he's with his team when they need him. We'll be pushing back onto this cart. Sleepy Esports fairly strong on that top point, but they have to be wary of the Angry Monkey Nano Boost, as they are fairly close to it here, as Skizzo just needs 5% more on that ult charge to go ahead and have Primal Rage again. As there it goes. He does get the ult charge for the Primal Rage, and the Nano Boost comes out, but he will be slept. Doesn't seem like they're going to get a whole lot of value out of it, as the Ana and the Echo are both taken out. Looks like Angry Monkey does come out. Graviton Surge coming out, traps their Primal Rage. Trippy Count not getting a lot of usage out of it, as he's going to have his time cut down pretty short. He is low on health, though. We'll have to go ahead and retreat out of that battlefield, unless he wants to be staggered killed himself. And looks like Chicago Deepdish will go ahead and continue pushing this cart.
Again, you just see that Sam is struggling to get some value in the back line. Finally got that kill on the Brig. Not before 2 dropped down up on the front for Deepdish. Dimitri had to commit that Graviton Surge to just zone the tanks back, and you're able to win that fight. Now it's a fight in the cart, in the tiny Mega Room, and it's a Primal Rage duplicate coming out from more FPS. Dimitri gets that kill, and now it's going to be awkward here pushing into this cart to get a contest.
And it's just going to be pushing ever so closer as Thunder staying on top of it, knows what he needs to do to go ahead and get that done, as here comes the Primal Rage from Skizzo again, looking to go ahead and charge out the Ana. Won't be able to get him as he pops over the wall, and he'll go ahead and back to his teammates, as he's going to instead take the kill on Needle, or at least get an assist on it, as now this cart through the second checkpoint.
Gotta say, Brent's been doing a great job here on this Ana, positioning themselves in a perfect area, nearly untouchable from either Winston or the Tracer, and was able to be support. Penguin, though, in the back line, catches out Womped Up, and that's one you might want to have back. It's a 5v6, and this should be a pretty easy one for Sleepy Esports to walk into.
And speaking of Penguin, he is spawn camping Womp Domp in that back line. Does not want him to be able to go ahead and get to this team, but he will do so. Penguin's still in the back line, though. That's something that Chicago Deepdish will have to keep their eye on as they go ahead and push back to this cart. As the team fight now pushing up to this top area. Here comes Trippy Cal dropping down the top of the point. No, he will be sent flying backwards. Graviton Surge on point, and Penguin dropping a 3-kill bomb, taking out Womp Domp, Thunder, and Brandon just like that. Chicago Deepdish are going to have to recollect here and restart this push on the cart.
We've been seeing several times as Sleepy Esports just getting a little more pressure, a little more kills up on the front line, but haven't been able to solidify and make it the difference in the fight. That time, Lightning, 4 kills coming out from Penguin definitely was a difference maker and was enough to keep that cart stopped.
And there goes the Graviton Surge. Won't be able to go ahead and get a follow-up, though. Angry Monkey out for both sides, though, as Skizzo gonna go ahead and keep going. Dimitri gets saved by a Sleep Dart, and it looks like Chicago Deepdish may actually have the upper hand here on the top, but Penguin with the Angry Monkey duplication will go ahead and get a lot of value out of it. It does get slept, though. That is a lot of time burnt off that Angry Monkey, as it looks like his duplication will indeed fall, not getting anybody. But Skizzo will fall on the back line, still up 6, as they are fighting. Another duplication here is more on FPS, duplicating the Angry Monkey. We'll go ahead and use Primal Rage here, as here he comes, battering everybody away from the cart. May not be able to get a kill here, though, as he, no kill on point, but it is now overtime. It is 0 seconds, And Chicago Deepdish and Sleepy Esports are absolutely just going blow for blow on this point. As Trippy and Skizzo are both on the point at the same time, both Winston's duking out. But Trippy will go ahead and for the supports instead, trying to go ahead and get those valuable players out. Penguin out of the play along with Mage. And here comes the grab from Dimitri. This could be huge, as they do still have to be worried the pulse bomb for the Tracer, but here comes the Graviton Surge. They will pull in two, as Lovesick and Needle are both pulled out of that play now, as there is a lot of players from Sleepy Esports dropping left and right, and it looks like they're going to be able to go ahead and win this. As here comes the Graviton Surge from Sleepy Esports, but it's not going to be enough, as Penguins is unable to touch. And just like that, Chicago Deepdish continues their strong roll through Dorado.
Strong roll indeed. They're able to finish that map. 3 points all captured in the overtime push, but really it's super important just to finish the map in Escort, because now you get a chance to do a follow-up attack if you cannot full hold them on the defense. Graviton right there at the end. Everyone's doing a big group hug, Lightning. Just all go together, push that car across the finish line. But Chicago Deepdish has been a real strong playing together team. Even if they are down 2, they have been able to come back and bring their A game to actually win those team fights and turn the tide. We've been seeing a lot of great stuff coming out from Thunder and more on FPS with the DPS lineup. But Brent with the on the support, gotta say, been keeping the team up alive, especially Dimitri and Sam, who've been pressuring a little bit more. Billy, those nano boosts almost every other fight, sometimes every fight, Lightning, and that's been a big key maker. Penguin on this Echo, though, hasn't been getting the tremendous amount of value. Still plenty of value out there. Now on the attack, I'm looking for Penguin to shine just a little bit more.
Well, they still have to worry about more on FPS on that soldier, knowing that he's going to have to be countering Penguin in the air, knows what needs to be done on that character, as looks like Chippy Cow is going to be taking some substantial damage to start off this push, as Chicago Deepdish will go ahead and dip out for the time being off of that cart. They don't want to go ahead and commit too aggressively. That would spell bad things for them, as Trippy, diving in by himself, may find himself in a dangerous situation as no one's there to back him up. He is down low and he will be dropped out of the play. For an FPS going ahead and securing that kill. And that is a huge kill to pick up for Chicago Deepdish as they're continuing this fight on the top of the ledge here. Skizzo slept and pushed off the top there. More on FPS taking out Lovesick with the rockets. Won't be able to go ahead and get much value out of Lovesick now, as he's going to have to respawn and come back into the fight, as they're still scuffling on this lower area, and now moving it back up top to the bridge. And it is definitely a weird spot to fight. They do get Trippy again. That is another really big pick. The Chicago Deepdish have just been focusing down their tanks, and this fight has been prolonged, as Penguin now trying to go ahead and get some value. Does get more on, but Dimitri wins. Take Penguin out instead, as they trade 1-for-1 DPS, taken out on both sides, and the fight still going on as Skizzo trying to go ahead and get some more value here, but it looks like they're gonna go ahead and reset briefly and let their teammates go ahead and catch back up, and hopefully Guthix will be able to get in a few words here.
Yeah, this fight's been going on forever. Now they're going to commit the Graviton Surge, trying to converge on at one point. The Pulse Bomb sticks Penguin, able to dash away, and we finally seen some dominant numbers here coming out from Deepdish. It needed to be the Graviton Surge there, which Dimitri got way before Mage, 50% difference, and was able to use it to solidify that point. Penguin on this Echo really struggling against more on FPS. When you have these teams that are super close and high skill levels, the team fights are very long, because 5v6 still winnable, 4v6 still winnable. They're still trying to turn the tide, but more on FPS with the soldier able to get pick after pick after pick, slow the attack down, and really be a difference maker here for Deep Dish Pizza. They're gonna commit the nano boost onto the Zarya and push in this again awkward tiny room. Sam has that Primal Rage, knocking everyone around. That's gonna be trying to bully Orb into non-existence, but gonna not find a kill. Instead, gets very low, able to get out, and more on FPS again. Lightning finding that opening pick.
Yeah, Penguin, big pick to get off the field. That Echo brings a lot of verticality, and Penguin was just 1% from ult. Graviton Surge coming out. Won't get anybody with that as the rally comes down from Wumptomp. The attack visor coming out from more FPS. We'll go ahead and take Lovesick out. We'll be able to get another one. He is still firing down on top of players, but the ult charge does run out as here comes Chicago Deepdish. Trippy Cal does take out Wumptomp, but more on FPS taking back out Penguin, who just got back on the field using the duplication. Won't get any value out of it though, as this one already coming down to the final 15 seconds, and Chicago Deepdish may go ahead and just run away with this one.
It might just run away with this. 10 seconds to go. If I was an observer, I would be having a nightmare trying to cover all this action because there's fights happening all over. Overtime now, everything has to happen on the point, and Sam opens up that kill. Both supports gone. I say this is take the napkin, wipe the pizza sauce off your face, and sit back and relax with a comfortable 2-0 lead in this first to 4 series. Lightning. Chicago Deepdish, very, very impressive.
Well, Chicago Deepdish doing a fantastic job, but they still can't go ahead and snag that play of the game, and very fitting play of the game as here comes the 3 kill from that Echo off of that Graviton Surge, and another pickup on the end of that play, but not seen on the screen. All right, Chicago Deepdish doing a fantastic job of keeping those team fights in their favor and prolonging them as long as possible. Good engagements, good retreats, and they are on top by 2, like you said. And I think one of the things that was really helping them is that smart tank gameplay from Dimitri and Skizzo. And more on FPS definitely adding to that, along with Brent and Wumptomp in the back line. I mean, they are just a very solid, composed team. Thunder not getting a lot of looks on the field, but just that nuisance DPS character there, like that Tracer, definitely a huge thing to have on the field because it just adds that question in the back of Sleepy Esports' head of where's Thunder gonna come from, because you're so focused on everybody else and you have to worry about this Tracer coming up behind you and gunning down your tank. So one of the things they're gonna have to look forward to and look out for in the upcoming maps.
Yeah, I definitely have to be looking out for that. I gotta say, Dimitri, though, with the 28 high energy kills, 32 total eliminations, you just knew that they were a threat the entire time. Building up Graviton Surges so quickly was a huge difference maker. Now we're going to Kings Row here, Lightning, and we saw Chicago Deepdish on Legion Tower, the 2 maps that favored the rush composition, that brawl with the Rhine Diva. We saw that they 100% to 0 both times against Sleepy Esports. I think that's gonna be, I wouldn't be expecting anything less here than the Rhine Diva.
Well, you know what? I've seen stranger things on Kings Row, but I would be inclined to agree with you that the Brawl comp is the way to go on this map with the Rhine Diva, and it's worked very well for Chicago Deepdish thus far, and maybe they'll be able to go ahead and push through this map and punch their tickets in the Alderworth Hotel and take a nice little nap in between games, because they've certainly earned it. They've been putting in their work. They need a rest, as we are definitely seeing the Rhine Diva comps coming out of both sides. The only difference, now 2 differences, is Penguin on the Widow and Lovesick on the Symmetra versus the May and the Cassidy for Chicago Deepdish, who are now changing sides. So Chicago Deepdish will be in the blue, and Sleepy Esports will now be in the red attacking, and Chicago Deepdish has opted to defend first on Kings Row.
Yeah, speaking of rest, Lightning, let me give you a rest. I'll be jumping on the play-by-play, folks, now for the rest of the series. The Lightning will be coloring up here, and Chicago Deepdish sticky with that brawl, but This, I was just about to comment. We've seen this fairly mobile composition with the Sigma. The Wrecking Ball able to displace some people. It's actually really good against this Brawl comp if you can find some targets, pressure down some targets through the Rhine Shield. It's a lot of eyes on Dimitri to eat the dynamite and eat anything that's going to be a little bit too dangerous. But Sleepy Esports trying to find a way to approach here. Sam gets lit up with the dynamite and the Discord. They're being aggressive, trying to take the fight to them. Dimitri gets demec'd by Lovesick, and that's one. And that's all you need here in this mobile composition. Now it's just an open season, taking out Sam. More on FPS, able to get Lovesick, trying to even it up. Womp Dom, strike it back. And as I'm saying it, you just can't count these deep dishes out. You gotta keep playing with them all of the way. The spawn advantage are on the side of Sleepy Esports. Sam switching to the Winston, get back. Mage with the Sigma pick taking space. 2 ticks build up, count them. Looking for 3, but the recontest's coming in. You gotta still play close. Sam dangerously low. And Penguin striking in, has the Bob ready, and has the point secured with the triple kill.
That Ashe is coming in huge so far. More on FPS still trying to get out. Will get staggered, which is going to come into a big factor into this next team fight, as they're going to have to wait to regroup here, and that's going to be a lot of cart push time for Sleepy Esports, as they are looking to be aggressive here, as the Sigma and the Baptiste are pushed up fairly far, and looking to see if maybe they can get some damage in before the fight starts, but doesn't look like Chicago Deepdish is going the way that they quite expected. They will be going up to this top area to re-engage. Now, Dimitri and Skizzo have not been able to get a lot of value here, but they are coming out of the back. So let's see what they bring here with the Blizzard coming out.
They're going to drop the Blizzard. Minefields there, frozen, all gone away. Bob coming onto the card, trying to find some picks, but it's actually Deepdish winning the rock, paper, scissors duel here on King's Row. Switching it up, playing the Winston instead. So the Rhine can't get punished by the Tracer and Ball. You're able to dive onto the back line of targets and dive onto the targets that are so spread out. Trippy though, coming back, the spawns are here, and it's a little bit of awkward position for the tanks who are super low. Immortality feels saves orb, and you're right back up with a Transcendence, and here comes the eliminations. It's Lovesick being sick, call a doctor, because they are hot. They got fever, and they got fever for eliminations.
Lovesick coming in strong on that Tracer. Definitely getting more value out of it than Lauren FPS is at the moment. And you can just see that in the ultimate charge. And the ultimate distribution right now is heavily favoring Sleepy Esports as they move on to the second objective area. It is going to come down to whether or not Dimitri is going to be able to eat enough of this damage and keep the Graviton, the Sigma ult from going ahead and being a huge factor here. Skizzo is taken out, so this could be a dangerous situation for Deepdish, and they will be losing more as this team fight goes on.
I'll be losing more, and it's Penguin again. Hi, Penguin. I'm coming in. I'm taking a slice here in Gotham City of Deep Dish Pizza. My, oh my. Penguin, definitely the villain here, Lightning, for the side of Sleepy Esports.
Penguin doing a good job on the Ashe, and no answer really from Thunder or more on FPS, who have been really on top of those other DPS characters. Now, they did just switch to the Reaper, so this could be a huge change-up for their lineup if they're able to go ahead and utilize that Reaper pretty early on in these team fights as they move into this next engagement.
Well, they're going to have to be engaging into Bob. It gets puked off by Brent saying bye-bye. In the process, you lose one Dom, so you're losing the more with the heals, but you're able to find aggressive Thunder striking down from above. The dark rain clouds of Reaper getting one, and has been that difference maker here under pressure. You're able to find a few more kills and a lot more damage than that May Lightning.
Yeah, May, not really. It's a good pick, don't get me wrong, but not one for damage, as they're going to be going ahead and looking at the next objective, and my
They're gonna be looking at next objective.
Turn it over to
Thunder
you.
gets pulse bomb though. Brent gets a boop again off of Orb, and the coalescence going to apply so much pressure pushing in, giving Chicago Deepdish all the space they need. As Moran FPS takes out 2, they're gonna walk away with this team fight again. We see the switches coming out. Mr. Trippy Cow switching to that run the Orisa Diva. Not sure if this one's gonna work here. You're just getting dove on. Maybe the Sigma could come out here instead.
Yeah, Sigma definitely would be a good play here. I don't know if the brawl comp on this last point would be what you want to see, as they have changed up the comp for Sleepy Esports, which has been a good factor for them. The sound barrier will pop out for Brent as they move into this one.
Well, the rally's gonna give everyone the extra shields and the survivability. Definitely a big difference maker in that last team fight. You take out Thunder, Sam knocking everyone around, but a Torbjorn turn for Penguin, picking up the Torbjorn, getting that multi-core online, able to stun and delete Bren. Pulse bomb finds no one. You have the multi-core ready. Gun drop it all over to the left side. Nowhere on the point, but you take out one with it. Mr. Triple Count finding value on the Orisa. Gets the supercharger down on the ground. Finds 2. Bren, another environmental kill. And here comes the stalls. Orb takes out 2. And Orb able to find the kills. And a minute and 14 seconds finish for Sleepy Esports.
Yeah, quite the fight out of Sleepy Esports. They're able to go ahead and keep that cart moving very nicely throughout this map. I don't know if maybe letting them attack first was the correct answer for Chicago Deepdish, as they did lose a fair bit of momentum, but you gotta go ahead and keep in mind that Chicago Deepdish is a very strong team, and when they're coming out on the attack, you have to be ready for everything and anything on the side of Sleepy Esports.
You have to still be prepared for anything.
Absolutely. And a pause comes out, so that will give my internet time to stop dying. As I'm not quite sure what's going on with my internet. I do apologize, everybody. I don't want to leave Guthix here by himself to cast. He's capable of it, but it wouldn't be the right thing for me to go ahead and do, as, you know, Spectrum is Spectrum. You can't really go ahead and get by. I think one of the things that Chicago Deepdish did not do in that map, and that they were doing, was having that aggressive DPS on their side. They had the Mei on their side to start, which I think kind of hindered them instead of really helped them. I think if they went with the Reaper from the get-go, we may have been looking at a different kind of map rather than what we've seen come out of this first push from Sleepy Esports, because they really only finished with a minute and 14 seconds remaining, and they were holding fairly well at that last point. They just kind of caved in at the last minute and just couldn't go ahead and get it done on the secure. But good news for Sleepy Esports is that, you know, they are finding picks, they are getting everything under control, and that push was about as good as you're gonna go ahead and get against Chicago Deepdish. So, you know, this may be a momentum changer for Sleepy Esports going forward after having such a tough time against Deepdish to start.
Well, you gotta be feeling confident if you're Sleepy Esports to at least finish the map with time in the tank bank. I mean, that's step 1. Now step 2 is to hold them here on defense. Preferably don't let them finish the map, or if they do, finish the map in overtime, because that gives you that overtime attack, and it doesn't give it to the other team since you finished with more than a minute left. So, I mean, now taking a look at this defense, we do have a slight sneak peek here at the hero lines. You might have saw it before we went to our pause break screen. Chicago Deepdish looks like they're playing this Sigma mobile comp with the ball and the Tracer Ash. So just like what we saw on the attack for Sleepy Esports. But Sleepy Esports is expecting the brawl mirror. They're bringing out the Rhine and the Diva and the Casty and the Mei, but they're not gonna see it. So this one, if Chicago Deep Dish can come out strong, hard, and fast, they could actually take this point A, get it up in the advantage percent economy, and could snowball it all the way point B, force some spawns out, and see if Sleepy Esports can actually hold it on point C. That's ideal. Of course, that's in Dreamland. We'll have to see actually what plays out once we get everything done here on the side of the pause. But I think it's a great time to thank our sponsor here for Season 17 UGC Overwatch, which is Bite Ramen, of course. Bite Ramen, the high-protein noodle that does it all. If you want to go snacks of Bite Ramen, go to shop.biteramen.com/UGC and use our promo code UGC at checkout to save 10% off your order. Again, that's shop.biteramen.com. That's VITE ramen/UGC. Use promo code UGC at checkout. Chicago Deep Dish is up 2-0 Lightning, so they are on their way to a 4-0 sweep if they can finish here and win this King's Row map.
Yeah, Sleepy Esports holding on strong on that first point, but you know, you still can't count out Chicago Deep Dish. They pull a lot of punches and they throw it hard on the offensive side of things. So I think offense is where they really shine. Now defense, they've done well, but you know, I think that giving Sleepy Esports their momentum back was a thing that didn't need to happen. I would have preferred them take the attack first, but you know what? That's up to them. That's their prerogative. They have been playing longer than I have, and they're definitely higher than I am. So my plat brain can't comprehend the strategies that they're pulling out. But you know what? I think that coming up into this, they really got to hammer in hard on this disruption gameplay that they're going to be trying to throw at them, because more on FPS on that Ashe, or if they're going to stick with it, that is the case. If that is the case, and Dimitri on the Wrecking Ball could definitely go ahead and throw some curveballs along with the Tracer. So you're going to have to be wary on the side of Sleepy Esports going into this, because you have a lot of damage and disruption potential on the field, and it's just gonna be interesting to see, because it's the same thing that Sleepy Esports did in the last round on their attack.
Yeah, absolutely. You've seen it just like before on the attack. I mean, from Sleepy Esports. Gotta say though, last week with the Premier Grand Finals, it was a 4-0 sweep here, folks. That only lasted an hour. It was between freshman year and CC Vortex. I mean, freshman year, definitely Owls were a really great team and picking it up. But I gotta say, this one, we're already 45 minutes in with this extended pause. At least we're gonna be going over an hour, Lightning, for this Grand Finals, at least. You know, and I think this one still could go distance. I mean, in the regular season, it was close. Sleepy Esports, undefeated, they have experience, and they have the track record. But Deep Dish, honestly, I think they're a whole different team from week 3. There's been plenty of games and plenty of time for them to improve, and I think it's definitely shown.
You know, their improvement in the time from the last time we've casted them is momentous. They have definitely been putting in the work, and they've been eating their Wheaties in the morning, because they are looking like some very strong lads on the side of Chicago Deep Dish. And they will be changing out the Sigma for Winston, which could definitely be interesting to see. This very... I'm not sure what to call this. I'm going to say they're just changing characters all around. I have no idea what's going on now.
They saw the Rhine of Trippy. Sam jumped up and saw Trippy walking into the left, so they know that he's there. They know he's there, and I think they're going to try to punish this, actually. I gotta say, Trippy coming out now, I think the call was made like, hey, they know, they switched it up, and now they're coming back. Now it's that brawl, completely mirrored Brawl v Brawl action here on Kings Row. Classic gameplay. Maywall's coming out. Gumbeat zoning both grinds out as the Immortality feels holding on to them just for a moment. Sam already 50% health, and Dimitri striking first. A nice wall here, and the Lamb actually bounced off the middle tower and not able to get onto the ground, and 1 FPS takes out 2, and Sam cleans it up. And it's a quick, decisive victory for Chicago Deepdish on point A, and that's what we saw completely on the Ishan Tower, Lightning.
Yeah, no, their aggressiveness out the gate is surprising Sleepy Esports yet again. They were not ready for that Brawl Comp to just dive on them. As here comes Sleepy Esports. Xiuna gets hammered down on the Mei.
It gets it directly down the Mei, but no one else, and you're able to follow it up with even the amplification matrix use and the shatter. Chicago Deepdish committed 2 ultimates there, and no ultimates were committed by Sleepy Esports. They were able just to easily win that team fight with a single Mei wall. I mean, that was just beautifulness.
Yeah, they were able to go ahead and win that quite handily, but they're going to be diving back onto this point here shortly, and they're going to want to try and do everything they can to keep this cart moving, because the less time that they give up, the better, as another Blizzard comes out.
Another Blizzard into high noon from Lovesick from back. Gets nothing. The Blizzard able to freeze the Rhine, but no one dies. The Immortality fields keep both of them up. Mei walk up, but nothing really out there. There's the Mei Blizzard from the side of Sleepy Esports. It's big. The shatter is bigger. It knocks down 3. And the Diva Bomb from behind gets nothing. And it should be Sleepy Esports holding on to this, but wait a minute. They're looking for more kills. Mei's frozen, and here comes Ryan from Sam. The spawn advantage is there, and it forces Sleepy Esports to back out.
Yeah, the spawn point advantage is huge for Chicago Deepdish right now. Is Sam able to go ahead and be aggressive here on that corner there, looking in that B zone? Now he is in a dangerous position with that Mei wall, but they will dip out.
Oh, beautiful Mei wall coming out and a freeze onto Mr. Tripping Cow. It's a free shatter. Everyone's safe around the corner, but not for long. That's the rest of the team speeds right onto them. Thank you, Brent, for that. Before Brent has to go back to the spawn point, but a coast stay into point B here. Chicago Deepdish convincingly on point A and point B here on Kings Row took them with ease.
Yeah, they're moving a lot quicker than Sleepy Esports had been on the prior points on the last round, but Sleepy Esports now holding spawn advantage as they move into the final portion of this map.
The final portion of this map, a Blizzard catches Mr. Trippy Cow, and they're gone, but it's a 4v4, both Rhines eliminated. Orb, though, taken out is more on FPS, picking up the slack, taking out 2. Dimitri follows it up. Freeze onto Neil, and Mage has to just follow the map and regroup. Round in the last corner, looking to finish with a very impressive time.
This is going to be a hard push for them coming into this final portion, as Sleepy Esports already ready, but they are keeping their team healthy. They have 2 ults online here, but Sleepy has 4 as here they come.
Well, they're going to use 1, the Blizzard, but it doesn't get too much. It freezes there, but the follow-up's not there. Now it's a double freeze from Thunder, able to get both tanks. Freeze Trippy Cow again. That's Moron FPS finds 1. Now Brent catches another, and everyone's contributing for Chicago Deepdish. They're looking to finish this map with 3+ minutes. The Blizzard comes out, but a beautiful flashbang from Oran FPS to stop Lovesick on the left. The Mayo was there too, Lightning. I mean, you had all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted right there for Chicago Deepdish.
Well, they did exactly what they needed to do, and that was to buy themselves a ton of time. They have a 2-minute and 10-second advantage on time going into this overtime section of King's Row. So this is going to come into huge effect for them on this one. And it looks like they will be defending on the first round of overtime. So we'll see if they fare better than they did the last time against Sleepy Esports. They're going to have to be careful not to cave in too early. They're going to have to play their cards perfectly here if they want to run out this time.
Well, they're going to be playing into what I would say is their most comfortable composition here. We've seen them do it great on Lijiang Tower. We've seen them do it great just there on King's Row. This brawl comp with the Rhine and the D.Va, this may just adds the perfect cherry on top of that sundae, able to wall the tanks off and really give them an advantage. Now they're going to be playing it again, the mirror, mirror on the wall. What do we see for all the teams? And it is the brawl comp. Ryan, D.Va, Lucio, Baptiste, Cassidy, and May. It's a favorite. Both Maywalls go up. Now another one zoning out Mr. Tripical, but able to get caught out is Thunder. Able to freeze that. Lovesick dangerously low, and Dimitri knows and takes him out quickly. 45 seconds on the clock. It's an early shatter, but blocked by Mr. Tripical. Amplification Matrix used. They're trying to win it here as Mr. Tripical has that shatter almost online, and it's gonna be free, and you know it's gonna be big. You gotta be careful playing around the corner. Dimitri trying to find the kill. Mr. Tripical trying to get the heals from Orb. Here they come, and it's go time. Here they come though. Sam trying to get back. Ryan trying to get in front to block the shatter. High noon from more on FPS, sewing them out. Looking for them. 10 seconds remain. Not one tick. Sam ready to go with the shield. Shield's broken. There's the shatter. Catches no one. And Dimitri gets the eat on the Penguins. Mayo. And the Mayo. Oh, goodness. The Thunder. The reigning Thunder down. They get one tick and 57.1%. This is winnable, Lightning. But man, oh man, it's gonna be tough.
My lord. Was that a good point for Chicago Deepdish? I did not think that they were going to hold the slam for that long. Trippy could have used it so early into that fight and caught so many people off guard for Chicago Deepdish, and that would have changed the fight completely. But instead, he waited until Skizza was back, and you got no value out of it anyway. And it just, I don't know. There was a lot of missed opportunities there for Sleepy Esports, and I feel like that could have gone a lot better for them. But that being said, it is still winnable. It is a difficult fight. It is so difficult. But
yeah, I mean, definitely if you use that Reinhardt shatter earlier, you catch them off guard. I mean, Mr. Tripical was like 1 HP or 10 HP, so he can't go around or he just get taken out by the D.Va spam. So it was hard. That call wasn't made like that, and they were able to get Sam back. A big E from Dimitri to negate Penguins Blizzard. You gotta be looking at this Chicago Deepdish team. Their offense is on point. Can they get it done here? Their defense held up for that 1 minute and 14 seconds. Now can their offense get it done? All you need is one team fight win, and you win the map and take a 3-0 lead in this series. Match point. 3 minutes on the clock to do it. There's the Maywalls. They're being aggressive. They take out Thunder. Immortality Field gone. And you get the D-Meg onto Dimitri, and here comes Trippy Cow saying, move out the way. I'm getting some kills.
A good start for Sleepy Esports, but they have a lot of time to burn off the clock here. Still 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the overtime clock for Chicago Deepdish as they look to move on to this point. Now, they are going to have to be wary. The amplification matrix is up for Orb, and the Deadeye and the Hammer Down are coming online. So this is going to come in huge effect for Sleepy Esports going into this next fight.
Yeah, amplification matrix to use. They're just going to zone both of those out, so they're gone. Penguin has that Blizzard. Doesn't get eaten this time. It gets down. Immortality Field keeps Sam up and alive, but gone. And the high noon from Moron FPS. Cassie gets no value whatsoever. You get Needle though. That's one. Love sick. High noon takes out one dot. Bang. Gone. Spawn advantage is on his favor of Chicago Deep Dish, but honestly, Needle can get back very quickly onto Lucio. You gotta try to decide if you're going in or you're not. Needle rejoins the fight. It's a 6v6 as Walked On rejoin from spawn point. It has to commit the beat to keep Sam alive. There's the Shatter, catches more down the field. Here's the Shatter coming back in, hits down 3. Follow-up Blizzard from Chicago Deep Dish is huge. It's gonna freeze him off. Taking out Mr. Trippy Cow. Diva Bomb, though, nothing at all. Thunder takes out Mage before the remake. Thunder strikes again, taking out Penguin. Thunder trying to find one more on or freezes. Gone, taken out. What stomps on the enemy team of Sleepy Esports. And one tick built up, and there's the second. And Chicago Deep Dish has pushed it to a match point here by winning King Zero.
It was a hard-fought battle for Chicago Deep Dish, but they are just running through Sleepy Esports on offense. They can't be stopped. But regardless, they are both playing so well. Just Chicago Deep Dish keeps getting better of these team fights. They keep being able to prolong them to the point where, you know, it's just not favorable for Sleepy Esports. And, you know, it's just something that needs to be kept in the head of Sleepy Esports, who are now on reverse sweep territory if they're able to go ahead and get stuff situated. And they're saying something about cheating in chat. I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll get some words. I think the teams are just kind of talking back and forth. They do a lot that that you don't see because we hide a chat. But we'll get any actual confirmation here if there is something going on, and we'll let everyone know. But we are going to be going to Temple of Anubis. Going to be switching up here again. Sleepy Esports on the blue side. They'll be rocking the defense first, and Chicago Deep Dish playing on the red side on the attack. And yeah, they're just joking around here, Lightning, with the cheating side of it. They're just kidding around, as both teams are still having a good time. Both of them made it here to the finals, grand finals, matter of fact, for the intermediate. And well, it's still great and awesome content to cast for. But I gotta say, these Chicago Deep Dish, they are on a different level, and a big star so far has been Dimitri on the off-tank role. Their diva play is on point. They're contributing, but they're keeping the supports alive. They're eating ultimates that are big difference makers, and they have just been an outstanding diva player. And a good diva player like me really can just carry a team, and Dimitri definitely has been doing great stuff there.
Yeah, he really has. He's been eating a lot of damage for Chicago Deep Dish. And, you know, it's just been, like you said, it's been a huge change of pace for this field as we move into Temple Anubis, a arguably least favorite map of a lot of people. And one of the things that they're going to have to be weary of on the B point is that spawn advantage, because the spawn room is literally right there. That means that it's going to be so much harder for them to go ahead and prolong fights and go ahead and find kills that are going to be important and worthwhile, I should say. And I don't know, Chicago Deep Dish has what it takes to go ahead and finish this out, but I don't know if Temple Anubis is going to be their map that they're going to be able to do it on. You know,
well, they have to do it now. Sleepy Esports have to win this one, or they draw it. Draw is draw is possible. Draw is fine and possible. And then if Sleepy Esports do draw this one, Lightning, they will have to win the other 3 maps and the overtime map. Which is possible. It's possible.
Oh yeah. It definitely is. I mean, they can go ahead and do a lot on this map if they play their cards correctly. Now, one of the characters that I've seen quite frequently is Afara on this map, which we will indeed see from Thunder coming out, unless, you know, that gets changed because, you know, these guys love to bait us casters into thinking things are one way and then they change out. Now, they are playing the Genji on more on FPS, which is certainly interesting to say the least. You do not often see Genjis in higher tier play.
Lightning, if I can't count on my 2 hands the number of times teams have baited in the spawn with Bastions or Torbs or anything else. But this is not a bait. They're bringing the Fair Mercy out on the attack. It's going to be Chicago Deepdish that are running the Nano Blade combo with the Fair Mercy and playing the dive with the Diva and the Wrecking Ball. So we'll have to see if that makes a difference here. Play into that break. Could be costly. Looking for Thunder to find a lot of value here. They're going to be going hard on Mr. Trippy Cow as they saw they were low and they were able to take them out quickly. That dive tanks and the DPS of Moron FPS, so the Genji going to be able to find some quick, easy targets. They're looking for Needle off over to the left while the fight's happening on the point. It's going to be Thunder raining justice and lightning from above, finding 2. And it's working. And the Pharaoh on Temple Anubis, I gotta say, it's not a common pick, Lightning. Not a common pick.
No, it really isn't. And Sleepy Esports are going to have to resign themselves to this B point, which is where they're going to have to hold. They are going to have to do a really good job of holding because they really don't have any other option here, as the Wrecking Ball looking for that Winston won't be able to go ahead and get it. Nano Boost does come out, though.
And Nano Boost coming out onto Thunder, actually. Not holding on for a Nano Blade combo. It's going to be a Drive Blade for more on FPS if they get it. Thunder has a barrage. You take out Mr. Trippy Cow. That's the main tank gone. The spawns are close. You find kill on Penguin. Now you're going on the point, trying to find some percent build up. Thunder, try and find opportunity for this barrage. There it is. Barrage coming out. Gonna get made super low, but no kills yet. Minefield's on the left side of the field. Gunzone everyone off the field. More FPS dropping the blade. Looking for a kill on the support. Finds one. Looking for a second one. Instead, Orb takes him out. No take the build up yet. And they are still not able to find one tick. Penguin takes out Thunder. And here comes Sleepy Esports. No longer asleep. Mr. Tripcow's taking a snooze. But they are awake. They are alive. And they held that for that attack.
And they will go ahead and get a stagger here on the Baby Diva, who is still alive. And finally, taken off the field. You know, as I always say, end Diva abuse. Hashtag end Diva abuse. It's always so sad to see Baby Divas getting bullied in their natural habitat. But you know what? It is what it is. They can't go ahead and break out of that cycle. You got to go ahead and get those stagger kills. They're huge as they move into this next fight. There goes the Nano Monkey.
The Nano Monkey comes in, but Lovesick gets a post-bomb kill on Thunder behind. The anti-nade is big. You lose the main tank. With the spawns being so close, if you lose one, you just have to get out. You have to reset. You have to open it up with picks here. And another deep mech. Lovesick finds the 2. And we do see those switches coming out. It's a mirrored composition here on Temple Anubis. No rush or brawl whatsoever. But the dive with the Winston is a lot different here, Lightning.
Yeah, the Winston is definitely an interesting pick to see on this map. On an attack So you're losing a little bit of shield, but it's not a huge ordeal for them as they're gonna go ahead and try to sweep out left here. May take out Mr. Trippy Cow, who has been so heavily focused this entire time.
Oh, oh, the kill just rolled right in with the roll from Mr. Trippy Cow and Penguin following up. That was just an instant team fight over. Now we're seeing the switches come out. They're going to be playing the zombie comp with the Reaper. Gonna try to be pushy right onto a point looking for some kills.
Yeah, they're going to want to go ahead and get a lot of damage output in a short time frame as they are looking to end this as quickly as possible. They had a good shot earlier, but they just weren't able to go ahead and clear the point of defenders and just weren't able to get it done as more and FPS is taken off the field. And this may be another team wipe.
Well, you lose FPS, bro, but everyone else is still alive. Now you lose Walked On. That one's gonna be costly. Sam's command the Primal Race taking out Nino, but both supports gone. There's no way you are going to cap this or build up a percent. There it is. Orb with Xiuna just gonna be healing it up. Dimitri has to get out, but not enough time, not enough space. It gets D-Meg. That's going to be another stagger. Oh, no. Another stagger on Dimitri taking a nap on the point.
Yeah, Dimitri's being bullied. He's just being a honorary member of Sleepy Esports for the time being. And finally staggered. So this is going to be another delay in the push for Chicago Deepdish going on to this B point of Temple of Anubis. Now, they have to deal with 5 different ults from Sleepy Esports, so they probably will not be able to cap this one, but if they can go ahead and draw all those ults out, they will have enough time on the next one to possibly go ahead and cap.
Well, you got a minute left. They're going to commit the nano boost from Orb on the Penguin. Pulse Bomb finds Orb, but the Minefield's going to touch out Thunder. Brent dangerously low. Penguin, you see that duplication onto Reaper, gets the Blossom, gets one value, and they're going to win this team fight. Now you're looking at last team fight push. What was 5+ minutes has now turned into 40 seconds, and a very impressive hold. And honestly, it's so hard to cap here on Anubis 2 points. Like, it's just too hard.
Yeah, no, it is not an easy thing to do at all. Now, if they can go ahead and get any kind of percentage built up, anything like that, on that point, it will be something that they will be able to go ahead and use in future team fights, as here comes Coalescence from Wamptop.
Here comes Coalescence and the Beat's ready to go online to get the kill on Penguin. Beat comes out late, doesn't keep more on FPS alive. Looking for one tick. Diva Bomb zoning everyone off. It's actually gonna take out 2 with the Primal Rage of Sam knocking them in the way. And you get Nito. Now you gotta get people off the point. It's a Tracer of Lovesick. Gone. Taken out. 1 tick built up. Looking for 2. Gonna be getting a second one. Mage on the right side. Looking to come in to stall it out. Here comes the tanks. Mr. Trippy Cow gonna be slamming down on the bridge. Mage with the Diva Bomb zoning everyone off, but everyone's back on instantly. Minefields for Mr. Trippy Cow zoning everyone off. That's going to be applying a lot of pressure and damage as the kills roll in for Sleepy Esports. They're gonna be holding on to the point B, and Chicago Deepdish does not finish the match. It is not drawable anymore, Lightning. We are either going to have a victor here, or Sleepy Esports is going to push it to a map 5.
Yeah, no, that is huge that Chicago Deepdish was able to go ahead and get point percentage on that B point. 83.7% is what Sleepy Esports needs to beat on that second point in order to go ahead and win this map. It is not going to be easy. A Temple of Anubis is a notoriously hard B point to go ahead and capture, as we have stated so many times before. And this is really going to go ahead and test their mettle as they go ahead and look to close. Chicago Deepdish looks to close out the night with a 4-0 sweep against Sleepy Esports, which you know, it kind of is unprecedented to think of, because the last time they fought, Sleepy Esports won in a full series best of 5, and they took it to a 5-game match. Now, this has just been a complete different Chicago Deepdish than what they went up against last. And I really think that they are just absolutely better for it, as they are going to have a Torbjorn on Chicago Deepdish's side this round. So this could definitely be something to value.
Well, I always love seeing a Torbjorn here, especially on Temple Anubis. You're able to drop that turret up to the top left, right behind the defense, right above some markets, and it really hits everywhere. So you have to deal with that if you're on the attacker side of things, and it's able to apply a lot of pressure in the air. Deal with it easily. Penguin takes it out. Playing the double bubble composition is a Sleepy Esports. You gotta be careful though, jumping into the Sarissa. They are able to melt you down very quickly, very efficiently. Penguin dealing with the turrets quite easily here. Dimitri dealing some defense matrix, looking for a target, now looking to escape in the bottom right. Gave pressure here, has to have the support as the entire team comes back over. Now looking for a kill. A nice Hulk coming out from Sam, finds a double on both targets that were pulled in. Looking for more, but the supports are going to get out with their lives unless if Dimitri has something to say for it. Nope, they're going to be able to regroup here, and that's one team fight in the book.
Yeah, and this is valuable time off the clock for Sleepy Esports. They cannot draw at this one, so they have to cap both points in order to win. There is nothing other than a win in their book right now, so they have to throw everything they have.
Yeah, they're throwing everything they have right here. They got high noon from more on FPS. Doesn't get anything, but Thunder takes out Mr. Trippy not before Brent able to get the kill. Maybe looking for the rest here as Needle tries to go in for it, but has to get out. Molten Core on the point, one tick almost built up as the rest of the team comes in. A big anti-nade from Orb. Oh my goodness, hits all 4 of the team members. All purple, all low, and Orb says, thank you very much. I think I'll take play of the game.
Yeah, that was a huge anti-nade from Orb. So much value out of that one, as here comes Sleepy Esports. They are pushing this one fairly aggressively onto the speed point, as they are just gunning it right down the middle.
Well, honestly, they have the tools to win this. They have the Graviton Surge coming online. They have the Dragon Strike. It's a 1-2 whammy combo breaker to just to completely wipe out the team. Dimitri has to eat one of them. Has to negate one of those 2 ultimates, or it's all over. Nano Boost coming in here, and anti-nade onto Dimitri, dangerously low, has to get some heals. Immortality Field used, keep them alive. Mr. Trip Count dangerously low, gets that mega health pack underneath, gets the heals. More on FPS, takes out Penguin. Mr. Trippy Count takes out FPS, and the rest from Penguin. This could be go time if they're looking for amplification matrix on the left. Penguin finds 2. Look at this, Sleepy Esports trying to close this one out. Penguin gets taken out. That's 1 kill. Mage now contributing, finds 2. Mage finds 3. Here comes the rally. And up solo Graviton on the right side. 2 ticks built up. Thunder rejoin the fight to stall it out, and Sleepy Esports comes back with vengeance, and they push this to a map 5.
It is still match point for Chicago Deepdish though, so there is not time for Sleepy Esports to go ahead and start getting tired on the field. They cannot sleep just yet. They have a lot of work to do, and it is not going to be a easy time against the Chicago Deepdish team, which has been so difficult to gain any ground against. Now, as we move on to this next one, I'm sure Chicago Deepdish are just happy to be off Temple of Anubis, because yeah, I can tell you that is a map just hatred. If there was a map favorite, there's a map hatred, and that is Temple of Anubis. I don't know one person that likes Temple of Anubis.
Yeah, I think it's a toss up between Viscaya Industries and Temple Anubis, definitely. But I think Temple Anubis takes the least favorite just because how close the spawn points are for Point B and how difficult it actually is to cap it. You have to win like 3 or 4 team fights back to back to back to cap Point B, and we saw that right there at the end. Chicago Deepdish still is able to come out and hold a decent amount, but it just wasn't too much. Sleepy Esports, they have awoken Chicago Deepdish. Have they awoken the sleepy giant, which is Sleepy Esports? I gotta say, they are coming out hard and aggressive. You saw it there on Temple Anubis. Now we're going to Nepal, which is a control style map. And I think if they stick with this really mobile composition, Sleepy Sports can walk away with this reverse sweep. And I mean, personally, like me, I would love to see this series go a distance. Chicago Deep Dish, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they like to win here in Nepal. But a casting perspective, more Overwatch content, and great way to close out intermediate here for season 17.
Oh, more Overwatch is the best Overwatch.
Yes,
in my opinion. But you know what? We really did not get a satisfying end to the Premier League. I mean, congratulations to Freshman Yurt for going ahead and just being able to close that out. I mean, they were by far the best team. Yeah, flawless season as well, but they were by far the best team in that entire division, hands down. And they only dropped 2 total maps across that entire season, and both of them were to the same team. So you really got to go ahead and be impressed at what they were able to do in that entire span of a season. Now, Sleepy Esports not able to do the same. You know, they are undefeated, but they have dropped multiple maps alone against this team here. It's Chicago Deepdish, and you know, you really got to go ahead and give Deepdish a ton of credit, because Sleepy Esports on paper is the best team in this division, hands down. But Chicago Deepdish has been able to come in time and time again and just be a nuisance to Sleepy Esports. They have given them a fight every time they've gone up against them, and this one has been no difference. As we move into Nepal, we see a zombie comp coming out for the boys of Deepdish, and a very mobile comp for Sleepy Esports. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to come out here as Chicago Deepdish is looping around behind.
Yeah, gotta get credit where credit is due, and that's definitely Chicago Deepdish. As that zombie comp running around with the Doofense variant, able to take out Penguin immediately. Now you gotta play together, look for supports, and that's exactly what they do. More on FPS finds 3, and they're having a field day here with this Doomfist pick, with all the walls and corners, fresh targets to punch directly into them, and here comes the swap coming out from Sleepy Esports.
Well, Doomfist is definitely serving up a deep dish of pain, and he has a strong character to have on your team. Always a very valuable asset.
Oh, he almost gets caught out there. Able to get Mr. Tribical dangerously low. Have to commit the Immortality Field. Thunder finishes them off. Here comes FPS, takes out Love Safe before boop out of existence. But they're still going to win the team fight here. And they have ultimates online. They're looking to take this one again. Thunder a little bit too far for comfort. Gonna get caught out. And it's a 5v6.
Not what you want to see from Thunder. You don't want to get too aggressive right now because you hold point. You have the cards in your favor. You have match point. So they just need to play the smart as here comes the Meteor Strike from the Doomfist.
Gotta play it smart, and they use the Meteor Strike and the Primal Rage and the Coalescence. That was a lot of ultimates, but you really don't want to lose that one. You get the stagger onto Mage as well as try and just jump off, instead gets killed. A little bit longer respawn, and this could be potentially a last team fight.
Yeah, this could be it for Sleepy Esports if they're not able to go ahead and cap point back. Now, they still have 2 ults on the side of Chicago Deepdish. They have the Diva Bomb and the Sound Barrier. So it could be interesting to see what happens here versus the 3. But there goes the Diva Bomb.
But there goes the Diva Bomb, and he actually gets the kill onto Orb. Here's the Death Blossom. It was a go. Gets the D-Mech. Diva Bomb coming from Mage. Gets nothing. And they are just finding target after target. FUS has been leading it. And look at this. Control again. And another 100% to 0. It's almost there. They're going to commit the B, trying to come in, able to give those shields to Trippy Cow. Now the spawns are coming back. Sam gets a kill on the Orb, and it's all red in the kill feed. Not much else you can do if you're Sleepy Esports. Thunder finds 2. FPS finds another, and 100% to 0 again, Lightning. And it's this style control in Overwatch that Chicago Deepdish is just so comfortable on.
Yeah, no, they have just been rolling through map after map, and they have not let up a single time, as they are going back to their tried and true brawl comp, as they are going to be going on to the outside of Nepal. Very beautiful area, if I do say myself. I think this is one of my favorite maps in all of Overwatch, is this outside area of Nepal. I mean, it's such a gorgeous location to go ahead and finish out the night on if Sleepy Esports is not able to go ahead and turn this one.
Yeah, Shrine is just a beautiful map. Got a big elephant on the left, just very, very nice. But they are going to get there first. Sleepy Esports using that Sim TP. Mr. Trippy Cow getting walled off. The walls come out from both sides. Made to find a kill. Dimitri deleted, eliminated from Mr. Trippy Cow. Able to take out one. Orb takes out Sam, and they're going to get control of this first point here. Trying to hold on to this, push it to a map 6, and keep that reverse sweep hopeful and alive.
And they're not ready to say dead quite yet, and they will go ahead and cap point first here, as Chicago Deepdish is going to have to go ahead and rerun this one back. Now, I'm not entirely sure if they're going to stay with this same comp the entire way through. It could definitely be a possibility here, as they are going to move up onto the left side here and deploy the car wash.
They're going to move up on left side, and here's the big spray through the implication matrix of that car wash. Rotate all the way around. Now they're going to be playing on the Sleepy Eastward side. They're going to be rotating on that side. A big shadow! You kidding me? It catches Sam sleeping, and a huge shatter from Mr. Trippy Cow, knocking the entire team down. What a big play.
And they go ahead and get the stagger on Dimitri, so they'll be able to go ahead and prolong the point even further. And Chicago Deepdish just has not been able to go ahead and find an answer here so far, but that doesn't mean anything. Chicago Deepdish has 3 ults, but 4 ults for Sleepy Esports, so this is going to be an ult fight, I have a feeling, as another one comes on line for Chicago Deepdish. So even field on the ult economy here.
Gotta have eyes on the Blizzard. Blizzard gets down. Dimitri up on the high ground, unable to beat there. Here's the Immortality Field, beats you. Sam dangerously low, counter shower, catches 3. The Blizzard follows up. Sam gone, but also Trippy count as well. And there's the follow-up from FPS and Thunder. Dimitri contributes as well. They should be able to flip this one right over, but not before. Sleepy Esports building up nearly 100%, 96. You're basically there, Lightning. You gotta full hold this if you want to win.
Yeah, this is gonna be a difficult hold to say the least, and it looks like they're gonna be coming out of the top area here, on the top of Nepal, coming out of this left-hand side back onto the point. Now they were kind of figuring that they were gonna do this, and the photon barrier not exactly in the best location, but they are gonna go ahead and dive on this point. They know what's at stake here, but they do lose 2.
Yeah, the photon barrier was positioned as if they're going to be pushing into the right, not to the left. Up on high ground, you do lose 2, but you're not going to be able to win it. You're going to get a baby diva from Mage stagger here. has to jump off, go all the way to the right, let them go, see you go, and back to the spawn point. That photon barrier from Lovesick, yeah, definitely wasn't on point there, Lightning.
Yeah, that could have gone way differently for Sleepy Esports, but now they're going to be going into this next fight with possibly 5 ult charges on the side of Chicago Deepdish, and it's going to be an uphill climb now, as Deepdish has the potential to hold this all the way through.
It's definitely there. Amplification Matrix used covered the left side, so they have to approach to the middle. Moran FPS gets a kill onto Penguin. They're going to still commit this team fight, try to win it. Beat used by Brent. Now I think the call is get out, try to regroup to get one more touch in. You lose 2, you're getting staggered. 15%, you gotta get in quick, Lightning.
Yeah, they are running out of time here. And they have 4 ults to deal with when they push in. But they also have 3 or 4 ults of their own as Orb's about to come online.
Almost got touched there. We'll get touch made there. Diva Bomb blocked. Here comes the Blizzard though. Gumby not shielded away. Diva Bomb throwing them out. Sam able to get the heal. Penguin gets 1. Shatter coming out from Sam gets no one. Trippy Cow trying to find a way to get Big Shatter here. Looking to find a kill onto Sam. Barrier gone. They pushed in onto the point. You get the kill on Sam. They flipped it over. And overtime now on the opposite side. Now it's go time for Chicago Deepdish. You gotta stay on. Here comes the Counter Blizzard on the right side. Doesn't get anyone except the main. The Shatter knocks down in the back. It's the 5v4 fight here. Favoring Sleepy Esports. Here comes the Ryan, pinned all the way from the back. Sam catches one. Dimitri slides another one. Brent gets another one again. And is spread to the kill feed. Chicago Deepdish says, serve me your biggest slice of pizza. I'll take a large and I'll take a big W with this win. Chicago Deepdish are your intermediate grand champions of season 17.
And what a way to end out the night. You know, and this Rhino we're watching, absolutely phenomenal from Trippy Cow. It is a shame that they weren't able to go ahead and finish out the map like this. But you know what? On pretty much every map, I think, Chicago Deepdish was not able to go ahead and get play of the game. As Sleepy East was just monopolizing that aspect of the field. But you know what? I think it's safe to say that Dimitri, in my books, is the MVP. I don't know about you, Guthix, but I feel Dimitri in this entire series was absolutely MVP.
It's a caster thing, thinking the same thing. Honestly, Lightning definitely been the star player, been the GOAT here on the off-tank role. The Diva, masterpiece. Great play from them. Eating those blizzards, give it the support you need, find the kills when you need it. You know, you don't get too much love from this off tank, I feel, playing that, but gotta say, big step up plays from Dimitri coming in here. Dimitri definitely a big difference maker and picking up the MVP of the series. We're actually gonna be getting interviewed here with Dimitri in a moment as we get them in the casting booth. But Chicago Deepdish picking up the 4-1 win. Big series. I mean, I gotta say, Dimitri, MVP, big difference maker.
Hey everyone, it's Xiuna here on production. Real quick little announcement before people hop out of the stream. It will be announced on the Discord later today / early tomorrow morning. But we are going to be taking 4 weeks off before our official start of Season 18 of UGC League. I just want to say a quick little thank you to all of the fantastic, amazing teams who participated in Season 17. Amazing, our second biggest season ever. Only our first season actually in a long time, running 8 weeks in the regular season. And I think it more fun, more Overwatch, always more fun. So our official start date for Season 18 will be May 27th. That is 5 weeks from today on Friday. So I'm going to hand it back off to the casters. So thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy this little post-game MVP interview.
Yeah,
Awesome.
get out of here, Xiuna. Let the real star
No,
shine.
no, I want to say big shout out and thank you to production here for UGC Season 17. We couldn't do it without you, and that was our lead producer coming on, talking to us, talking to you guys as well. Gabi, it's been a great season and definitely a great series to end it and wrap it up here. But 5 weeks until that's next season is season 18, and honestly I'm super excited. Lightning can't wait to see all the new teams and returning teams that'll be coming back. But we are joined here in the casting booth with Dimitri, the MVP of the series. Dimitri, what a big win for Chicago. Deepdish, an excellent job picking up your MVP here from us in the casting booth. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling real good. I mean, I've been waiting for this moment since I joined the team in Deepdish, so it feels good.
That is excellent, great stuff. I mean, really, I saw a lot during the match. You guys were playing that rush brawlish comp with the Ryan Diva, and you really were being dominant there. Now, is that the comp that is definitely your go-to that you practice and scrim when you're playing against other teams? Is that the one that you really just go to and feel super comfortable on? Because we saw it a lot, and we saw that you guys did great stuff on it.
Yeah, I mean, for all of our matches, we know that that's our most comfortable comp. That's the one we play best on together. Our chemistry, a lot of the fundamentals of Overwatch, we're just best with that comp, and we knew that from the start, so we always default to that whenever we're having a tough time.
Okay, and Diva is one of my personal favorite characters, so I definitely get it. It's a really good, solid character to have on the field, and Brawl Comp is a very solid composition in of itself, so I can't fault you guys for going ahead and falling onto that. But outside of that, you know, you guys had fought against Sleepy Esports before and did not win against them. What do you think was different between this matchup against them versus the last time you guys went against them earlier in the season?
I will say, I'm not sure I was in that game when we lost, but I think the team definitely pulled together this time. We realized all of our mistakes we made last time, we've been going over recently, and they just need to step it up in grand finals. They're really good players.
Yeah, they definitely are really good players. On the side of your Pink duo, though, Sam definitely been great, getting some good stuff. It seemed like you guys had a lot of chemistry playing together, at least from my perspective. Do you two anytime just do some dual queues in comp, just tanking it up and just playing together, just you two, or is it mostly that you guys just play together as a team?
It's more the team environment, I think, that just kind of pulls us together better. I personally haven't dealt with him, but I might have to try it now. Who knows? But but yeah, no, he's definitely really important with our team. I think definitely comms, the whole environment. He's very important to the whole team, and I think he makes me look like a better player when time comes.
Well, it's always good to go ahead and have someone on a team that's gonna complement your play style and make you seem like the absolute best you possibly can be, because you know it just lifts you to that higher echelon of gameplay. Now, when you guys were going on, I noticed that, you know, at times, you really focused down the tanks. And the supports, like, pretty much instantly. Like, that was, I don't know if that was the game plan or what the game plan was specifically, but in those team fights, were you guys specifically targeting down the tanks and supports, or was that just something that was happening?
Well, I will say, especially with our brawl, we are very like our first instinct is usually to look to take a pick on the Rhine, because without the Rhine, their team falls apart. So we know to play for that, and a lot of it mid-fight, my personal favorite is to force attention off of their supports onto me. So their supports with the turn around, or just take all their attention away from their team to go for me, and I find that trade worth it 9 times out of 10. So I'll take it.
Definitely valuable trait there. Dimitri, thank you so much for joining us in the Cast State booth. Is there anyone you would like to shout out from behind the scenes or on the team before we send you on your way?
I will have to give a big shout out to Dab Master 66. He picked me up for this team. He didn't get a chance to play, but he was very important in the earlier games in the season, and you know, he does a little coaching. You know, he's an important part of the team, I'd say. So my
Absolutely.
biggest shout out goes out to him, and I appreciate you guys giving me the interview and all the help.
Absolutely. Dab Master, shout out to them putting together, give us some coaching, and get Dimitri on the squad. Dimitri, congratulations to Chicago Deep Dish, team that you play on, and pick up MVP of series. Great stuff. Thank you for coming in here at Cassie booth. Now go celebrate a little bit with your team on this huge win.
Yep, thank you as well. You too.
Awesome, that was Dimitri from Chicago Deep Dish, your intermediate season 17 grand champions, beating Sleep Esports that was undefeated and no longer Lightning. Chicago Deep Dish takes the slice off of them.
Yeah, one of the things that is the hardest to do is stay undefeated across the entire season, and very few teams are able to go ahead and do that. Now, for a fully undefeated team, I have not seen that since I've started casting with UGC League, not dropping a single match. So it's going to be interesting to see what next season holds on season 18 and see maybe if one of these teams can not drop a single map. That's the goal. If one of the teams can go ahead and do that, I would consider that as a very successful season. But you know what? Congratulations to Chicago Deep Dish, and if they've just played absolutely phenomenally.
Yep, the fun fact though, only 2 teams have done here in intermediate. It was Quetzalcoatl actually last season, and that did it all the way to undefeated. And then actually our producers team that he coached, I think it was season 9, season 11. Anyways, only 2 teams have done it. Only 2 teams have done it, which is very, very, very impressive. Sleep Esports just fell short. But Chicago Deep Dish are your winners for 1. And Lightning, that's all she wrote for us here in the Cassie booth. That's it. Season 17 is over from us here.
Well, with a heavy heart, we gotta end the season somewhere, and I don't see a better place to end it than with the intermediate grand finals. But I have been Lightning. If you guys would wish to follow me and see what I'm up to in the upcoming months, you can follow me on Twitter at LightningCasts or on Twitch at Black Lightning RL. I always appreciate the follows and the support, and you'll be able to be notified of when I'm live on other esports such as Rocket League, Valorant, Halo, or Overwatch, as you've seen tonight. And Guthix, where can these fine people find you?
Yeah, I just want to say a pleasure casting with the Lightning, the great casting partner. Again, shout out to producer, excellent, a great producer. Couldn't make it happen here and couldn't put on this wonderful stream without their help. My name's been Guthix. You can follow me on Twitter at Guthix Esports. Keep up with all my casting gigs here at UGC League or other leagues I do casting as well. Or you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Guthix Esports. Keep up with some upcoming Rocket League casting I'll probably be doing for IGL and some Story Choice game streaming. That wraps up here for UGC Season 17 of Overwatch. Make sure you give UGC League a follow on Twitter at UGC League and here on Twitch to get notified when we go on live, which will be in that 5 weeks. May 27th, Season 18 starts. Until then, get your teams together, get yourself registered, get into this awesome league and compete. And who knows, we might see your team here on the stream. Pleasure casting with you, Lightning, again to finish it off. Everyone watching, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you on May 27th.
And one last thing, everyone. I can now officially announce that the season is over. Our UGC League YouTube channel has all of the streams from Season 16 and Season 15 uploaded on it, and we'll be having the matches and the VODs from Season 17 uploaded to it slowly over the next 4 weeks of off-season. Fantastic, everyone, and we are going to be putting all of our future VODs on our UGC YouTube channel as well. Link is in the chat room. Fantastic night, fantastic season. See everyone on May 27th. Good night, everybody.